Hey guys, Anthony here from XXX RC Garage. A few people out there kind of throw comments out there telling me, hey, you should get a lavalier mic. Well, this is it. Now, unless I got one with a longer cord, this is just not going to work for me, especially when I'm trying to work on an RC. So with that, what I'm going to be using is, I have a couple mics. And the one I'm planning on using right now is going to be the what did I do with it? Just reset up a bunch of stuff. It's going to be this little microphone right here. And it's a good little microphone. In fact, it'll bend to a 90 degree and it'll plug right in the side of my camera here. And hopefully that sounds good. I mean, this might be okay if I'm doing some vlogging and I'm holding a stick or whatever, but this is just not going to work if I work on my table here. And so yeah, this is not going to work for me on this part, but it's okay. We are going to be talking about other stuff than microphones, so stand by. Okay, so what we're going to talk about is the VS410. Now, not exactly about the VS410 as for what I did to the VS410. And what I'm talking about is I got some, what do I do with it? I'm going to lower the camera down. So, turn this light off. Is that going to work? Alright. So, what I'm talking about is on this side of the rig right here. Actually, I guess I was better where it was. So, there was a bunch of scratches like all down on the door here. Now, there's a few little scratches here that I couldn't get out of. But what I did is I took some wet sandpaper, and it's a P800 sandpaper by 3M. And what I did was, I'm going to throw you some pictures up. But I went ahead and sanded down on the door here. And try to get all the rough scratches out. And I got most of them out. I mean, like I said, there's a few spots, like right here, that I couldn't get out. And so I sanded it down, and then basically I spray painted it with this Krylon Fusion paint, and it's clear. It's clear UV protective, and it's for plastic. Now, I know I've used in the past the Tamiya clear, but this one's a flat. I didn't want to make the paint job a flat color, so I can get the shiny one, and I probably will later on and probably resand it and redo it. I was only doing a couple spots because I didn't want to lose all my decals, and I do have a new body coming for this, so I'm gonna probably end up fixing this body up nice and probably put it up on a shelf. And I've got a pro body coming for this, so I'll have a pickup bed. But yeah, there was some pretty bad scratches all right in here, and I sanded them down. But I do got photos of me doing this spot right here. And I will tell you, it was kind of fearful at first because I was thinking about it when I was doing it. I was like, oh my gosh, am I going to ruin this truck? and luckily didn't. So good thing it didn't. And where I got the idea from was back when I used to run my old TRX4 bodies. So when the original body came out, it was shiny blue like this. This one's been beat up a lot, but it was shiny blue. And then what I ended up doing to it was I shot it with that Tamiya flat. And believe it or not, I mean, it's still got some scuffs and rough spots on it, but believe it or not, it actually came out really a cool looking color from this to that by shooting it with the flat color. And so anyway, and what happened was when I was running it, so what happened when I was running it and it got all scratched up. So you got all scratched up. I actually took the same sandpaper, sanded down all the scratches, and then I reshot the clear coating again, and it came out nice. It looked great. I was like, what? So yeah, you can do that. So back on this body, that's what I did here. So I'll show you the photos of what I did. Now the other thing I'm thinking about doing is probably doing one of my other trucks back here. So I was thinking about actually doing the 6x6, going back and sanding down these areas and then reshoot it. Somebody was asking me was I going to go with a flat, and I said yeah I was, but I'm still about to launch that right this second. But I'm going to have to wait till we get past this cold spell or whatever this is and it warms up before I do that. The other problem is with that is if you got decals, you'll end up removing your decals or messing them up. So that's why there's no decals on the side of this. So that way I can work on these spots. I won't be able to do the hood sanding down, but I can spray the clear on it. So that's an idea for you guys. If you got a really cool body and you like it, and say it's gotten scratched up or whatever, you can use a clear on it to try to restore it and get it back. And it's just an idea for you guys. I mean, these bodies aren't cheap. I mean, average body is about $50–60 when you paint it and all that. You're gonna have pretty close to $100 in one of them, kind of easily. I can only imagine what this thing's gonna cost. But yeah, you can do that to one of these bodies, the Lexan ones, and it'll actually come out pretty good. So just an idea for you guys if you want to kind of restore an old body. Now if you like the beat up look like some of the trucks out there, like the like I got a 4Runner up on the top shelf up there that is actually kind of got a weathered look to it, and that's the theme. The flat's actually going to be better for it because it's going to make it like a worn out paint job, so that's kind of cool. But these little tips and tricks that you can do out there. If I can this weekend, I'm going to be doing the two Gen 8 side by side, and I'm probably going to bring out the VS410 with it so we can do a couple comparison videos with the rigs, so that way you guys can see the differences in them. I do know the portals are probably going to kick the VS's butt. That's just because it's not portaled, but I will tell you it's still a pretty smooth truck and runs great. So with that, anything else I can tell you about today? Drivers. A lot of you guys want to put a driver behind the wheel, and a lot of times the truck won't accept a full body, but you can remove these guys from their torso. A couple ways you can do it is just snap it in half, throw this part in the box, or you can snap it in half, clean off both ends, get you heavy duty Velcro, shape it, and that way if you want the guy to stand up next to the truck, you can pull him out of the rig, clip him together, and you can have him standing like this. Now this one's not done that way. This one has not been damaged in any way, shape, or form. He is waiting for his truck, the VS410, but I'm probably not going to use him. I've got another guy coming for that. So anyway, the cool part about these guys is you can put them in behind the seat, and their knees do bend to sit behind the truck, but the problem is you're going to have more of a hard body with a floorboard. So anyway, just like Harrison Ford here behind the VS410, he's kind of missing the rest of his body. Same thing with the Rock and the blue Jeep. I don't remember that guy's name. And also the Clown in the Axe edition. Well, most of those guys are missing half their body. Do use a lot of wrestlers for this stuff. Easy to get, but now they're starting not to be easy to get. But yeah, so other than that, just a quick video. Also got me another mountain bike for the trailer, so now I've got 4 mountain bikes, and I got one more for the teardrop, and that'll look cool. So anyway, that's pretty much it for now. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and remember, have fun with RCs.